Hi, welcome to PTI. I'm Troy and I'm along with Jonah Karsh and Brady Gardner. We're here to discuss. First, we're going to talk about should the extra point in football be moved back. Brady?
I really don't see a difference whether it's 5 yards forward or 5 yards back. It's as easy either way for the kickers. I don't know. I don't think this really makes sense.
I mean, we're turning it from basically essentially a 15-yard field goal into a 20-yard field goal. It's definitely less automatic. And my opinion is that football viewers get bored. They don't like watching a whole overtime game. This makes it more likely that a team could lose by 1 point. That makes football more interesting. That puts more emphasis on special teams, and kickers will actually get drafted.
All right.
Our next topic is should the MLB use a pitch clock?
Yeah, I definitely think they should. Americans are getting shorter and shorter attention spans, so making games shorter will just make America's pastime more like America's pastime, instead of just something they have to wait through for hours.
Well, it's called the pastime for a reason because it passes 3 hours of your day every time you do it. But essentially, the real problem here is that the pitch clock is taking the pitchers out of their rhythm.
Our third topic will be should DeAndre Jordan be allowed to change his mind after committing to a team?
No, of course not. I mean, you can't just go around stabbing owners in the back like that. You got to be committed. Once you make up your mind, you can't change it.
Well, there's a rule. The rule is that there's the verbal moratorium. DeAndre Jordan didn't break any rules by doing this, Brady. He just went to the Mavericks. He committed to them verbally, but he never signed a contract. He had every right to go back to the Clippers. Maybe the rules should be changed, maybe it shouldn't. But DeAndre Jordan didn't break any rules, and maybe he wasn't ready to be a franchise player, but he changed his mind, and we should respect that.
Well, although he changed his mind, do you think that he should have ignored Mark Cuban's phone calls?
I mean, that's a whole different story, but he didn't break any rules. I'll put it that way, Mr. Addenhofer.
And our final topic will be who will win the AL East?
Oh, I got to go with the Yankees. I mean, defense wins games, and they have the best pitching in the division. Not by much, but pitching will help them out. We've seen the Red Sox. They have absolutely no pitching, and it has not gone well for them, so I think the Yankees will have this one.
Well, it's not like the Red Sox were actually in this in the first place, Brady. Right now, it's between the Yankees, the Blue Jays, and the Orioles. And of those teams, the Blue Jays definitely have the best power bats. And in the playoffs, hitting is really important. They have great clutch hitting. They've got a stacked lineup. Their problem is their pitching. If they can go out and acquire a Johnny Cueto or a Mike Leake at the trade deadline, they could fix that. I think they're one pitcher away from being a legitimate playoff team.
You were talking about that. Even if the Yankees or the Blue Jays go through, do you think they have any shot of making it far in the playoffs and possibly going to a World Series?
Not really. I don't think so.
Well, I mean, coming out of the East or the West, the American League, you have the Angels, and I think far and away they're one of the best teams in the American League, and they'd be in the World Series.
And that's all the time we have now for Jonah Karsh and Brady Gardner. I'm Troy Anoffer. Good night.